What's going on, everybody? And if you don't know who I am, I'm Andre Diaz. I'm a 23-year-old day trader. I've been trading for 5.5 years, going on 6 years, coming up in March 2026. So not that long, and we're gonna be 6 years into trading, crazily enough. And I'm gonna put in this video, pack everything that I've learned, the most important tips and tricks and the biggest lessons I've learned throughout my 6 years of trading. I started at 17 and I'm 23 years old now. So with that being said, if you guys want some free game, if you want to learn exactly the things I did right, the exact things I did wrong, so you can basically fast pass your journey, learn from my mistakes so that you could be aware of what you're likely going to go through. And if you've gone through these, you're going to be aware of what I did to change and what I did to level up. So with that being said, let's enjoy this. Get some popcorn, get a notepad, whatever you need, and let's get straight on into it. When I first started trading when I was 17 years old, I was still in high school. Well, I just graduated. I was technically in summer online school because of COVID, and school was out. I graduated 6 months, 7 months earlier than I would have. So I graduated at 17 years old, and I basically just got put into the real world. No job, no SATs, no nothing. And I just had to basically figure out how I was going to make some money, figure out a way to do things. I already knew I didn't want to have the traditional 9-to-5 job. I didn't want to go the traditional route. I knew I wanted something that had freedom. I knew I wanted to be my own boss. At this point, I didn't know about trading yet when I had all these thoughts. I thought real estate, I thought drop shipping, I tried different things. But at the end of the day, the main thing that made me put my foot on the gas was COVID. I needed to figure out something, and I needed to figure out fast. And yes, 5.5 years later, this was the last thing that I should have did that I was looking to make quick, fast money. But we're gonna get more into it and how you can make money. It's not gonna be quick, but you can get to the point to where it may be quick and you will make some money fast, but it's gonna take time to become that person, to be capable of that. But like I was saying, back in around this time, 2020 is when I started. I just started learning online, free content on YouTube, just free baby pips, free courses. I was buying courses. I was trying everything, all of the above. I had stimulus money. I was working under the table. I had a little cash flow coming in, and I was living with my parents, so I didn't have no bills. So everything I made, I didn't have a car yet. I was just able to invest into trading, invest into live accounts, investing into all those things. And that's the first mistake that I did. When I first started trading, I was just 100% investing into a live account, $100 into a live account, $100 into a live account, $100 into a live account. This isn't the right way to go about it. You got to understand, when trying to become a consistently profitable trader, not just a profitable trader, a consistently profitable trader, you got to understand there's a lot of things that you got to learn. There's a lot of habits you got to build. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to change about yourself to become the person that's able to be capable of being a consistently profitable trader. For example, you need to have confidence in yourself and your system. When I first started depositing money into my live account at the time, I didn't have confidence in myself and system. I didn't even have a concrete system or strategy. I was just trying new things. I just wanted to make money. I wanted to just see what it was like. That was the first thing that I did wrong. You need to have confidence in yourself and your system. How do you get confidence in yourself and system? Through experience. For example, over time, trading demo account, from back testing, from doing all these things that are going to allow you to have confidence, that are going to allow you to catch small W's. The small W's are what's going to give you the real confidence to take the trades, to press the trigger when you see the trade set up. All of those types of things. So that is number one. You need to have confidence in yourself and your system. And that's simply going to take time. That's going to take you showing up on a daily, consistent basis and just executing wins, losses, break evens, learning from it, journaling it. And that's what's going to give you the confidence on what to look for long term. Two, you need to have great risk management. In the beginning, when I was depositing $100 into an account at a time, $100 into an account at a time, I wasn't taking in consideration my risk management. When you only have a $100 account and you're trading things such as US 30, NAS 100, you only have about 1 to 2 trades. And if you do want to split that up into more trades, you're likely going to have little to no stop loss. My risk management, it was bound to just keep blowing accounts. I would only have 1 to 2 trades, maybe best case, before maybe I get margin called on the $100 account. If I hold my stop loss, if I get out when I'm supposed to, like all these variables when I'm a new trader first learning, I didn't know. All this risk management wasn't there. I didn't know anything about risk management. That was the second thing I did wrong. First thing that I did wrong was going straight into a live account. I should have went to demo first. I eventually went to demo months later, but after losing money back to back, realizing I wasn't doing something right, realizing I needed some help, realizing I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, that's when I went to demo. And that's when I was able to learn from my mistakes. That's when I was able to focus on the process. I didn't have a process. I didn't have confidence in myself and my system. And I didn't have risk management. When you think risk management, just think the numbers. How much you're risking per trade. How many trades you're allowed per week. How much your average stop loss is. how many trades you're allowed to take in a week and a day before you call it a day, call it a week. How many days of the week are you allowed to trade? Are you allowed to trade? What time? What time are you trading? What sessions are you trading? Like, this is all the numbers, the risk management, making the numbers make sense. What is your average risk to reward? All those things, that is risk management. When I first started out, when I was trading those $100 accounts, I didn't have that. I didn't know. I just had a $100 account and I wanted to get into the trades. I would be risking a certain amount of stop loss. Sometimes wouldn't even know what I'm risking. Risk management wasn't there. If you want to have consistency within your trading, if you want to be a consistently profitable trader, confidence in yourself and your system, and proper risk management. How do you get proper risk management? From having a trading journal, from having a trading plan. Do things such as a prop firm. If I would have went into a prop firm versus a live account off rip, I would have learned proper risk management. I may have not been the best trader still. I may have not had confidence in myself and system, but I would have had accountability because there would have been a risk management aspect now. I wouldn't have been allowed to lose a certain amount in a day. I wouldn't have been allowed to over leverage. I wouldn't have been allowed to make too much in a day. There would have been structure. That's why I like funded accounts. That's one thing I would have changed. I don't like to say I would have changed anything, but if I could go back in time and do something a little bit differently, I would not go into live accounts first. I would go into a funded account. For one, it's going to cost less money. And for two, it's going to teach you proper risk management. It's going to give you structure. When you think about risk management, when you think about your trading plan, it's structure. When you think about you break your arm, right? If you break your arm, what happens? You got to put a cast on it. And with the cast, is going to structure your arm to be where it needs to be. It's going to structure the bone to be a specific way. And then over time, it's going to heal. And then guess what? You could take the structure off. That's what your risk management plan is. That is what your trading plan is. You got to use it and have it in front of you long enough to where it becomes structured to where after a while, you don't need to have it there because it's already fixed. It's already in your head. It's already a habit. If you do anything long enough, it becomes a habit. As long as you can change your habits, you can change your life. Confidence in yourself and your system, we got that. Proper risk management. What is the third thing every single trader is going to need to be a consistently profitable trader? Emotional control. And this is by far one of the biggest things because you can have confidence in yourself and system. You could have good risk management, but if you don't have emotional control, if you can't control your emotions, if you can't control yourself, you will never be successful. You will never be a profitable trader. You will never be a consistently profitable trader. And before we get into the emotional control, let me just explain the difference between a profitable and a consistently profitable trader. A lot of you watching this video, you may be a profitable trader. Go into the charts, have a trade idea, take the trade and make some money. That is what makes you a profitable trader. If you can win one trade, you are a profitable trader. If you can pass a funded account, you are a profitable trader. If you can get a withdrawal, you are a profitable trader because you have something that can result in a profit. But that's all a profitable trader means. We want to be a consistently profitable trader. One payout is cool. One funded account being passed is cool. Winning one trade is cool. But guess what? We want to do it long term. We want to be able to consistently do that. How many people do you know that have got a payout, disappear? How many people do you know that traded at one point, disappear? It's easy to catch a win. It's easy to win for a little bit, but can you do it long term? Can you win this month? Okay. Can you win next month? What about in a year? What about in 2 years? We want consistency. That is the goal. Consistently being profitable. Not just profitable. Many of you watching this, like I said, are probably profitable traders, but you lack that consistency because you either lack emotional control, you go until after loss. You can't handle a loss. You don't like the fact that you have to lose. You got to lose money. You blew your funded account. You got to go to work after this. You're not rich yet. You don't have your goals yet. We all feel the same exact way, but guess what? Just because you feel a certain way, just because that trade almost hit your TP and reversed on you immediately, just because your trade almost stopped you out, went up and then actually stopped you out, it gave you that false hope that it was going to play out, that is okay. You are going to feel a certain way about it. Anybody is. All of us do. We are not emotionless. We have emotional control. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you have to do something as a result. Doesn't mean you have to act on it. We have thoughts. We have emotions. It doesn't mean you have to act on it. That's what you got to understand. Consistency within yourself, confidence in yourself, in your system, great risk management, proper risk management, depending on your account size, because the risk management you use on a funded account versus your live account may be different, but make sure you have proper risk management towards the account you're taking trades on. And emotional control. You need all three of these things. Not one, not two, not emotional control and good risk management, not confidence in yourself and system and only risk management. You need to have all three. All three of these things are going to be the main things that allow you to be capable of becoming a consistently profitable trader. The market's not gonna lie to you. You can learn exactly a good system strategy from spending years on the charts. It's possible. It's just gonna take you a lot more time. YouTube, you can learn how to become a profitable trader. It's just gonna take a lot of time because it's not structured. You need the structure. You need exactly what to do, A to Z, step by step, so you don't make the mistakes that I did, such as going into a live account immediately. I lost money immediately and I lost confidence in myself and system immediately. That's something that is not necessary. You can go about it the right way. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little educational video. If you want to be able to join my team, if you want to be able to work with me one-on-one, where I take traders to make their first five figures when it comes to trading, you can apply in the first link in the description. I'm only going to be working with a certain amount of people. So if you think you're qualified, if you think you fit the spots, if you're ready to take that next step to be able to get that life that you want, make sure you join the team. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video. I'm going to try to do more education videos like this, just a little sit down, talk to you guys, just give straight game. Because at the end of the day, I have a lot of value. I've been trading for 5.5 years, going on 6 years, like I told you. A lot of game, a lot of things I'm learning on a daily basis. And these three things I stress a lot, but I just thought I'd put it in a video format. So if you need to rewatch it a couple times, be free. I will see you guys tomorrow's daily video.